Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. Today we will proceed to the topic 6, photosynthesis. The time allocation for this topic is 1 hour lecture and 5-hour tutorials. The photosynthesis topic involves of 5 subtopics. 6.1 Overview of photosynthesis. 6.2 Absorption spectrum of photosynthetic pigment. 6.3 Light dependent reaction. 6.4 Light independent reaction or Calvin cycle. 6.5 Alternative mechanisms of carbon fixation. But in our lecture, we just cover only 2 subtopics, which is overview of photosynthesis and absorption spectrum of photosynthetic pigments. So in the 6.1, which is overview of photosynthesis, in this subtopic, the student need to know how to outline the complex process of photosynthesis involving the light independent and light independent reaction. In 6.2, which is absorption spectrum of photosynthetic pigment, the student will learn about the photosynthetic pigment involved in photosynthesis. Life on Earth is solar powered. The chloroplast of plant use a process called photosynthesis to capture light energy from the sun and convert it to chemical energy stored in sugars and other organic molecules such as lipid and protein. Photosynthesis is the process where the carbon dioxide and water are converted to glucose and oxygen in the presence of sunlight. Leaves are the major site of photosynthesis. Bulk 500,000 of chloroplasts per square millimeter of leaf surface. Then the color of a leaf comes from chlorophyll, which is the green pigment in chloroplast. Then chloroplasts play an important role in the absorption of light energy during photosynthesis. Chloroplasts are found mainly in mesophyll cells. So they are found in the palisade mesophills and the spongy mesophyll. And a typical mesophyll cell contains about 30 to 40 chloroplasts. Oxygen, which is the byproduct of the photosynthesis, normally exit the leaf through the structure called stomata. Then the substrate of the photosynthesis, which is the carbon dioxide, also enter the leaf via stomata. Wind delivers water from the root for the photosynthesis and carry off sugar from the mesophyll cell to the other plant areas. Then each chloroplast contains 2 membranes, which is outer membrane and the inner membranes. Then the central area of the chloroplast, there are the space called stroma. Okay. Then in the stroma, there are membranous sac called thalacot. Okay. Then these have an internal aqueous space, the thalacot lumen or the thalacot space. Okay, then thalacots may be stacked into column called granum. So this is a granum structure. What is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is the process whereby the light energy, which is from the sunlight, is converted to the chemical energy is stored in the form of glucose and other organic compounds such as lipid and protein. This is the detailed equation of the photosynthesis. So in the photosynthesis, the 6 carbon dioxide plus with the 12 water plus with the 18 ATP plus with the 12 NADPH, then the chlorophyll absorbs the light, produces the 1 glucose, 6 oxygen, 6 water, 18 ADP, 18 inorganic phosphate, and 12 NADP plus. Powered by light, the photosynthesis equation are summarized into 6 carbon dioxide plus 6 water produce 1 glucose and 6 oxygen. Oxygens given off by plants come from water, not carbon dioxide. Photolysis of water equation showing the proof that the oxygen are derived from water, not carbon dioxide. The hydrogen extracted from water is incorporated into sugar, and the oxygen is released as a byproduct. Then photosynthesis is a redox reaction when the water split by photolysis of water. The electrons and the hydrogen atoms are transferred to the CO2, which is carbon dioxide, and reduced to the sugar. Photosynthesis can be divided into 2 main processes, which is light dependent reaction and light independent reaction. So light independent reaction normally occurs in the thylakoid membrane of chloroplast. So in this process, the light energy is converted into the chemical energy in the form of ATP and NADPH. Then in this process, the oxygen are released as a byproduct. Then in the second processes, there are light independent reaction, or also known as a Calvin cycle. Then the light dependent reaction normally occurs in the stroma. Then in this process, the carbon dioxide are incorporated into the organic molecules, uses the energy from the light dependent reaction, which is ATP and NADPH, and the ATP and NADPH is used to reduce the carbon dioxide into sugar.